What we got, buddy? This is that was one of the first enemies that the game has, where they'll actually do multiple attacks, like one after another. So I know, like, when I first saw that thing, it messed me up a few times. I kept thinking, like, all right, cool, he hit me, I parried it, I'm gonna smack him back, and then he goes for that second one, and it messes me up. But you get used to it pretty quickly. We got a crane over there. If I can get this going. Oh, the money here. All right, perfect. Not bad, not bad. Don't know what really gonna need that for anymore, but always good to have it. Hello, sir. I'm definitely really strong right now. It'll be interesting where, like, what point in the game that things kind of change.
To the upper floors. We need power to make it move.
Of course we do. Because I would say, for the most part, like the first half of the game, oops, I wasn't paying attention. The first half of the game, not that hard. I would say the first time I died was probably about halfway through the game, and it was on like a side quest boss. But the last third of the game, mainly like the last few bosses, pretty tough. Which might be one of my few complaints about the game, to be honest. The fact that there is sort of like a power creep that goes on. There's like a difficulty spike, I should say. Like, there were times when, I mean, I want to say the first 6 bosses, maybe, I killed them all in my first try. Like, it might have been, I mean, a few of them I might have been like on my last tumbler or like low on health or something like that. So like, it was intense enough that like it was fun. It was a good fight. Like, I don't need to die a bunch of times to have fun. Trust me. Like, I'm not like that. I think that's actually like a fight that you set up that I die, I'd say maybe like 5 times or less. And when I do beat it, I'm beating it like on the brink of health. I feels like a perfect fight. But of course, everyone's different, right? So you can't really tell how to do that because everyone's skill level is different.
I wonder what it looked like before the war.
What do you think it looked like?
Well, probably upright buildings, well-manicured flora, and living people.
Sounds about right.
That's it? You have no imagination. Then again, I guess you've never been here before. Imagine bustling streets, crystal clean air, and people smiling everywhere you look.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of hard to imagine now with the monsters everywhere.
Have you ever seen something like that before, Adam?
Yes. A long time ago.
How long have you been alive, Adam? I thought they said it's been like a few hundred years. Maybe he came from somewhere else. I don't know. Weird.
Nice. Now use them on the panel.
Alright, let's use them on the panel. And then we can move on through this place. But like I was saying, when it comes to bosses, I know it's really, like, designing combat is insanely hard. Especially for, like, if you're trying to go for, like, a wide audience, right? Like, Dark Souls, for instance, like, they specifically want their game to be hard. Like, they're telling you, if you want the game to be easy, don't play this game because it's not for you. But
Adam, I have a question.
What is it?
Let's let her ask her
The
question.
hypercell. If it sustained the Hall of Records until now, it must be a huge source of energy.
Yeah?
Yes. Even compared to a fusion cell.
Then, where are you planning to use this energy?
Yeah?
Oh, well, it's kind of a long story.
Well, we have time.
But I can explain more when you come back.
Understood. Loud and clear.
Kind of just telling you to shut up, but that's okay. But my point is, if you're creating something for a wide audience, getting that feeling of like barely surviving a boss battle, or like just being like the game needs to be challenging, but not too challenging to the point where everyone hates you, that stuff's tough. But I feel like for the most part, this game hit that pretty well. Trying to get this. All right, let's try that.
Let's go to where you placed the structure.
I would say that for the most part, this game probably airs on slightly easier than slightly harder. Except for... Oh, I need to lower that. Except for the ending. The last maybe like 3 hours of the game. The last like 3 hours. Mainly just the last like 2 bosses. At least for me. Very hard. I probably spent second to last boss maybe 3 hours to beat it, and then the last boss I'd maybe say like 2 hours, or at least an hour. At least an hour for the last boss. The last one's not as hard as the second to last one for me personally.
Excellent. We're almost there. We'll find the Alpha as soon as we get through this
But
place.
the game, for the most part, I thought was good enough that it was worth grinding through it, keeping trying. And then when I did finally beat it, I will admit, like it did give you that sense of satisfaction, like, you know, screw that boss, I got you type thing. So I do understand the appeal that Souls players have when they do finally beat a really hard boss. I'm just not sure I got that in me personally. But I would say that this game could easily be seen as like an entry-level Souls, where if you're playing Stellar Blade and you're really enjoying it, especially if you play it on like hard mode, or like, you know, like you do like the boss rush, stuff like that they have in here. Like if you're enjoying that challenge, just the way that like the Dark Souls world works and all that, I could totally see this being something that people play and then start playing Dark Souls after. The negative on that is, at least for me personally, I have probably maybe like less than 10 hours in the entire Souls like sphere, like Bloodborne, like whatever. Just like a few hours of each game because I just kind of fell off of them. But I would say that this combat is dramatically more fun than Souls combat. At least based off of the like the early game stuff I've played and watching people play like on Twitch, like Souls combat is very, you know, like bonk heavy, right? Like you're dodge, 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 and like throw one punch, and then dodge, 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 throw a punch. With this, he asked if I believe in Mother Spear. I said no. He said that it would be less painful if I believed in something. I answered in my head, the only person I believe in is you. I just hope today's not our last. More somber writing. But I just feel like this combat, I'm way more engaged, right? Like it leans more on like Devil May Cry than it does Souls. Because I have all these cool abilities and, you know, I'm parrying, I'm dodging, You know, I need to parry in order to recharge one of my abilities, which is awesome. I need to dodge to recharge the other ability. So there's a lot of thought process that goes into things.
Do you think you could come down here?
And I also think that the gunplay, also awesome, right? Like the sound for how the guns are, really cool. Impact is there. Completed setting up the 7th camp, the very last one, returning to headquarters. Sigh. My plan after playing this was actually to maybe start up a Dark Souls series of walkathons, where after I finish Stellar Blade, maybe I will give Demon Souls a try. So I already own Demon Souls. It was on, I'm pretty sure it was like a PlayStation Plus game at some point. I mean, I have it in my library and I definitely never purchased it. So it seems like the perfect one to start with. Am I able to keep getting more? I thought it said I maxed it out. But, yeah, it seems like the way to go. And then if I actually do push through it, then it could be a situation where I play through the whole Souls series. You can see how far I can walk to beat the Souls series, which will probably be like around the world like 18 times, given how bad I would be. But we can see. That may be one that I end up live streaming, to be honest, because I will probably need a lot of backseating to actually complete one of those games. Great human. I don't know if I need to do any of those.
Let's take a short break.
I don't want to take a short break. Guys, I think we're both dead, right? Cool. Grab the money. Have to talk.
We have to open the valve to supply water.
It's
All
not
right.
working.
We'll have to do this manually.
This game does have a lot of stuff like this where it's like, oh, the power is dead.
Can't do it manually without the key.
What are you doing, sir? That's where my key is. It looks like the network is completely disconnected. I tried reconnecting to it, but nothing works. My head feels so empty. Where is Mother's sphere? I can't feel her anymore. Mother, please save us. So I do wonder if all these,
That's it.
like,
That's
are
our
all
key.
these humans now, you have some level of like cyborgness to them, right? That, like, we already saw in that intro in the Hall of Records that like people's hearts were replaced with like body cores and stuff so that they didn't die and all that. So like you're human, quote unquote, but did this Mother's sphere essentially have like implants in people's heads? So like she's
There isn't
essentially
enough water.
speaking to
Hold
them all the time.
We
Like
have
that's
to
a way
dive
of
down
like
to open a different
communication.
valve.
Gotta dive down, okay. I mean, that seems like something that people wouldn't naturally agree to, because that could be like easily manipulated, right? Do you really want some essentially like government entity having access to speak to you in your head at all times?
We found the key.
Wow, that was hard. It's funny, doing this a second time, it's like, it seems much more trivial. That's kind of just because I knew to look over there. We got here. Oh, this guy just had money on him. No thoughts on that guy. Alright, let out some more water. And then am I going in through there, or am I going back through the water? I think I'm going back through the water.
That
Yeah,
should be enough. You can get out by going back to where you started.
Thank you. So it's interesting with that whole thing with Mother's Sphere, and then if Mother Sphere did have the ability to speak
way.
to all humans, like just like in their head. Like, why did she suddenly cut that off? Like, what's the meaning behind all of that? Those are all
The
things
exit's to the
that,
right. We're
we're
almost
basically trying to figure out. Because it's like, you know, what changed, right? Like, obviously, it could be Naytiba related. Like, the Naytibas are the ones, like, blocking the communication.
there. We're finally outside.
If Mother Sphere is this, like, all-knowing individual,
See that crater over
like, who
there?
really knows?
That area is Alpha Naytiba territory.
What's a drop pod doing there?
It was abandoned a long time ago. Matter of fact, it's what made this crater.
Wait,
Makes
that's a
sense.
5th Airborne Squad drop pod.
Is that,
Let's take a closer look.
I don't remember which airborne she was in. I think she was 7th. Something like that. Alright, so we have a nice little base here. Another thing which is good that they do. Elite Division Athena has been wiped out. The lacerated state of the corpses tell us it's the work of a single Naytiba. What was that sound? Something is coming this way, fast. Damn it, it's here. Alright, so that's literally letting us know, like, hey, probably a boss. But, they do a really good job in this, that when you do die, you don't tend to need to run back very far. Like, if I'm dying on this boss, I literally just run back over there, so it's not so bad. Anything? Oh, drone stuff. Do I have 6 now? Nice. Alright, I'm gonna do the stinger. Actually, I probably should have done that just so I could see what it was. Darn. That's okay. Let's get the story. We can wrap up this boss.
It's pretty faint, but I'm picking up a distress signal coming from that drop pod.
That means...
Someone's alive.
Still be survivors.
Really?
That is quite the
I can't
coincidence.
say for sure, and the Alpha Naytiba could appear at any moment. So let's make sure we're well prepared.
Yeah, let's get ready to mess this dude up. So we are maxed out on our burst charges, and we're over 3/4 on our beta charges. I think we're in good shape. I don't remember which enemy this is, but we will find out. Drop
Let's see
pods
what's
in
here.
bad shape. Do not open.
Wait. I hear something.
Yeah, I mean, who couldn't? That's pretty loud.
Eve, look up!
Oh! Spinning head guy. I think if I remember correctly, this was the boss they had in the demo game. Oh my god, I almost missed it. See, that was way too nice of them. I hit triangle first by accident because I wasn't paying attention, and they didn't just like have me lose. I should have definitely lost there. What's up, buddy? Oh yeah, the other thing I can notice with the auras, if you pay attention, the timing for when you actually press the button is directly related to like a flash on your weapon. So like my weapon turned blue for a second, and that's when I needed to press it. Get out of the way there. Let this guy be crazy. Boom. Got shields. Yep. We're gonna take that shield out. Whoa there, buddy. You relax. Oh. I feel like I dodged that. Yeah. Alright, we carried that. And then you can see under his shield health, there's those little, like, yellow squares. That's his, like, parry health, his stance. So, if I parry his stuff, perfect parry, enough times, then he will get flustered like this, and then I can do Retribution, which is like a big attack that, depending on the boss, will do a lot of damage. Like you can see on that one, huge amount of damage. He's now dead. And then we'll wrap this guy up. then that's the core that the Naytibas have. And essentially you rip that out, that's like ripping out their heart. They done. Very cool. That fight was fun. Alright. And here's our Alpha Core. Our first one.
I can't believe this.
Of course you can.
This is the Alpha Naytiba. You can tell by looking at its core.
Yeah, it's huge.
An Alpha Core. If she were... Eve.
Hmm?
There's something you need to know.
She were what?
The truth is...
Hello? Here! Can somebody rescue me?
A
Please?
human voice?
In the pod!
If you're there, please help!
Interesting. What was he trying to tell us? Wow, he just ripped her out of there.
What the? A survivor from the Airborne Squad.
Were you the one who sent the rescue signal?
Huh? Yes. Yes, it was me.
Yeah.
You're a member of the 7th Airborne Squad, right?
Yes.
7th, okay.
And you?
Right. Let me introduce myself. I'm an engineering support of the 5th Airborne Squad. Lily
Cool.
Artemis II.
Hello, Lily. I could use some engineering
you can
support.
just call me Lily.
So just to recap, you were in that hideout waiting for another squad to arrive for almost 2 years?
What?
And then...
2
hit us.
years?
Yes. Thank you so much for saving me.
How are you alive?
I've been waiting a long time for the next squad to come in. It's been really lonely here.
Yeah, just being in that
It's
tube.
really lucky we were able to find you when we did.
Eve, you're from the Airborne Squad Assault Force, right?
Yes.
Then I can be your engineering support. Of course, I will need proper equipment first.
I mean, you just got here and you're already complaining?
Well, I did want to say something earlier.
What is it?
Actually, there's a city where other survivors, besides me, live.
What?
Really?
It's called Zion, humanity's last city. If we go there, there might be people that can help us. I have a safe house with some equipment I bet you would want.
There you
Then
go.
let's head there
That's
quickly.
a win-win.
Before that, I would like to ask you something.
And what is that, sir?
Currently, Zion is holding out under the guidance of Oracle, who is also our spiritual leader. It's complicated. Eve, I imagine completing your mission isn't any easier having lost your comrades. So, please, help me save Zion. If you do, I promise Oracle and I will do everything we can to help you on your mission. It's about joining forces and helping each other, just like we did before.
There you
Sound
go.
good?
Friendship. Team friendship.
Yes. Thanks to teamwork, I was able to get the Alpha
Oh, I
Core.
probably should have chose the other option.
Maybe we can get
Just to
more
see what it would
information
do,
in the
but-
city, Eve. Think about it.
Yes. I suppose there's no reason to say no. However, I want to decide after hearing the story from that person you're calling Oracle.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, I can definitely get behind that idea.
Well, I guess that settles that.
There you go. Let's go.
All right then, let's head to Zion.
Nice.
Yes!
We're heading to Zion, people. So we were able to beat the Alpha Naytiba. We got our first Alpha Core. We saved Lily. We're heading to the town. You know, I think we've made some pretty awesome progress so far.
Wow! Look at that! It's huge!
It's surprising to see a city in a place like this.
That's true. We're in the middle
During
of the
its
desert.
time, over 100,000 people called it home.
Wow. How many you got now?
Obviously, now there are fewer.
What are we
The
talking
place you
about?
see
Like
below
100?
is my safe house. The auxiliary engine's output is weak, so things can get bumpy. Hold on tight.
I mean, this guy has to have a lot of money to be having these fancy safe houses.
Wow! A whole city underneath the wasteland.
Yep, it's fancy.
It's amazing.
Even in the darkest times, it's always safe to bet on human survival instinct.
There you go.
So,
With his little
where do we
scruffiness
go?
over there.
No time for breaks. Typical Eve.
I mean, we met like an hour ago. I'm not sure you have a typical Eve yet.
Oracle is in the presence chamber. Follow me.
Alright, so he's going over there. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a seat. I think we accomplished a lot here. What? What do you mean? I'm going to say that, please close unlocked. Adams close unlocked. Alright. That's fine. We'll run through here.
Looks like they built the city deep and high.
I was gonna save there.
Are all those walls around the city
But-
supposed to protect it from Naytiba attacks?
Guess they're not about that. They don't want me
The
saving.
walls don't seem to be as reinforced as well as they should be.
A cool little vibe. They're holding it together the best they can.
Wow! What is this place? I wonder how the colony would react if they knew about this!
Most likely there will be a protocol to rescue everyone.
Yeah,
It'll
probably.
be a big project.
But the only way it'll be possible to contact the colony will be to finish the mission. I hope that day comes soon.
Yeah. Something like that.
Adam, why are the streets so empty? Is everyone hiding because of us?
Yeah, they don't trust you.
We have a situation here.
A situation?
Means we don't trust colonizer.
You'll see when you get to the presence chamber.
Alright. Cool, we got another spot over here. I assume they'll allow me to use this one.
Come on, we're almost there.
Yeah, relax, buddy. We're good. Alright, let me use this repair console. I got another power core. Gaining a little something. Still not letting me, huh? Interesting. Let's see.
Hey,
Talk to
Rael.
you.
It's been a while.
Looks like you brought guests.
Yeah.
Very important guests. Can you open the door?
Go. Oracle is waiting for you.
I like how they say Oracle,
soon,
but they
Rael.
go, but it's written Oracle. She has a really look at that. All right, cinematic time. Meet Oracle.
the memories are kept, right?
You've got a keen eye. That's right. The presence chamber is where memories are stored. The memories of those who couldn't make it back to Mother Sphere.
Essentially, anyone who dies, they just hold on to their memories,
Over here.
which are basically just like these little SD cards.
Oh. I see we have guests. Welcome.
We do.
Let me start the introductions. This is Zion's prophet, Oracle.
I'm Airborne Squad member Eve.
My name's Lily. Pleased to meet you.
Adam has told me all about you. You defeated an Alpha Naytiba.
Yep.
Could you show me anything it might have dropped?
Dropped a core, my good sir.
Here.
Oh, it's an Alpha core. Please, a moment. Your objective is to rid the world of the Elder Naytiba, the leader of all other Naytibas. Well, then I suppose you're trying to use the Alpha core as a key to open the way forward to the nest. Is that right?
How did you know
Makes
that?
sense.
Unfortunately, the nest cannot be opened with the Alpha core alone.
What? No way!
But
Wait, you thought we were gonna be done already?
Is there really no other way to reach the nest?
By fusing 4 Alpha cores together, you create something called a Master Core. Only with the Master Core will you be able to reach the very deepest corner of the nest.
How do you know all this?
That's like a key.
Thanks to my personal link to the facility on the surface, I can search anywhere and everywhere on Earth. All I require is the right amount of energy.
So he's like a super
That would
cyborg.
also mean you'd be able to track down the Alpha Naytiba.
Something like that.
That's enough for introduction.
Wow, he just told me like, that's enough out of you, kid.
Please insert the hypercell.
He's like, we'll have none of that.
Here.
Alright. So that actually just saved. What I think I'm going to do, we just accomplished a lot. I'm going to wrap it up right over here for this episode. Right in front of our good buddy Oracle. Let's check our pedometer, see what we're at for steps. For this episode, 8,127 steps. That is awesome. That's about 33% more than we did the last episode. So we are in great shape. And I'm excited for episode 3. You guys are really going to enjoy this. We're really starting to get into things. So if you guys have been playing Stellar Blade, let me know about it. I really want to talk about it. Let's talk about it, guys.